So have you ever met someone and couldn't get them out of your head hours or days after they left? What if I told you there's a psychological secret to making someone obsessed with you, constantly reliving every moment you spend with them? In today's video, we reveal 5 powerful, science-backed tricks that will play a key role in making them romantically attracted to you, creating a deeper connection, or becoming the person everyone thinks of, making you unforgettable to them. These aren't just simple tips. They are game-changing psychological hacks designed to keep you at the forefront of their minds in any situation. Get ready to dive into tricks that go beyond the surface and get to the core of people's behavior, making them crave your presence in ways they can't explain. Before you jump into these secrets, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos. If you like the video, give it a like and tell us in the comment box on which topic you would like to see a video. Trust me, after today's video, you will be the person everyone will be obsessed with and will always be attracted to you. So let's discuss those desired topics without delay. So let's get started. Step 1. Deep emotional bonding. Make them feel like you. Get them. In a world flooded with superficial conversations and surface-level interactions, the rarest and most irresistible connection is one where someone feels deeply seen, heard, and understood. Deep emotional bonding isn't just about talking. It's about creating an experience where the other person feels so emotionally connected to you that they can't explain it. When someone feels that you get them on a soul level, they won't just like you. They'll crave your presence and find it impossible to replace you. Humans don't just seek attention, we seek understanding. We want to feel like someone truly sees us, not just the version of us that we present to the world. When you create a deep emotional connection, their brain links you to safety, warmth, and comfort. And here's the key. When someone feels emotionally safe with you, they become emotionally addicted to your presence. This is why people often fall for those who listen without judgment, remember the smallest details, and validate their emotions. Emotional intimacy triggers deeper attraction than just looks or status alone. It creates a powerful bond that keeps them coming back again and again. How to create deep emotional bonding. Ditch the small talk. Ask powerful questions. Instead of asking boring, predictable questions like, "How was your day?" Go deeper. What's one thing you're passionate about, but afraid to chase? If you could relive any moment in your life, what would it be and why? What's something most people don't know about you, but you wish they did? These questions force people to drop their guard, dig into their emotions, and reveal parts of themselves that they don't normally share. And when someone opens up to you in this way, their subconscious ties those deep emotions to you, making you unforgettable. Mirror their emotions, not just their words. Deep bonding isn't about just listening, it's about truly feeling with them. If they share something meaningful, don't just nod, match their emotional energy. If they're excited, get excited with them. If they're vulnerable, don't rush to give advice, just create space for them to be open. If they're struggling, say something like, "That sounds really tough. I can see why that would mean so much to you." This creates an us against the world feeling, making them feel like you're someone who understands them in a way no one else does. Remember the small details, then bring them up later. Want to know the secret to being unforgettable? Remember what most people forget. If they mention a childhood dream, a favorite book, or an insecurity, bring it up later in a natural way. If they once said, "I've always wanted to visit Greece but never got the chance," casually say weeks later, "Hey, I saw a photo of Greece today and thought of you. When are you making that dream happen?" That moment will hit differently because it shows you're truly paying attention. And trust me, that's rare. When someone feels like you genuinely care about their inner world, they'll never want to lose you. As the legendary Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel." And that's the truth. The most powerful way to make someone obsess over you isn't by looking a certain way or playing mind games. It's by making them feel something so deep, so real, and so rare that they can't find it anywhere else. If you can make someone feel like they are truly understood, you'll become their emotional home. And once someone feels at home with you, they won't want to be anywhere else. Step 2. The push-pull effect. Keep them emotionally hooked. Ever wondered why some people become obsessively drawn to someone who gives them just enough attention to keep them engaged, but not enough to make them feel completely secure? This is called the push-pull effect, a powerful psychological strategy that creates an irresistible mix of tension and desire. It's like a roller coaster ride. The emotional highs and lows make the experience thrilling, keeping you craving more. When used correctly, this technique can make you the most intriguing person in the room, sparking deep attraction and even obsession. Why it works. The human brain is wired to seek unpredictability. When something is too predictable, it loses its appeal. But when you introduce a mix of reward and uncertainty, the brain releases dopamine, the same chemical responsible for addiction. This is why people become hooked on emotionally unavailable partners rather than those who are always present. The emotional contrast creates excitement, and the more someone has to work for your attention, the more they start valuing you. The push-pull effect exploits this psychological principle by creating a subtle dance between giving and withholding attention. It keeps interactions exciting, triggers emotional investment, and makes the other person obsess over when they'll get their next hit of attention. How to use the push-pull effect. Balance engagement and distance. Instead of always being available, introduce an element of unpredictability. Give them warm, engaging attention, then pull back slightly. If you're constantly texting, pause for a while. If you always say yes to plans, start being a little less accessible. This creates curiosity and makes them subconsciously chase your attention. Use playful, teasing, and contrasts. Teasing is a powerful tool when combined with the push-pull effect. Compliment them on something unique, then challenge them in a light-hearted way. For example, "Wow, you've got amazing confidence, but actually cheese. If I put you on stage right now, this contrast between validation and playful challenge makes interactions full, keeps tension alive, and subtly draws them closer." Give a taste, then pull away. Make your time and presence feel valuable. Share deep moments of connection, then withdraw slightly, leaving them wanting more. It's the same principle that keeps people addicted to cliffhanger endings in movies. When something feels unfinished, our brain obsesses over it until we get closure. As dating expert Matthew Hussey puts it, desire thrives in the space between attraction and uncertainty. If someone always knows they have you, the excitement fades. But when you mix presence with absence, warmth with a little mystery, You become the most captivating puzzle they can't stop trying to solve. If you want to make someone obsess over you, don't just give them what they want, make them earn it. Attraction isn't just about chemistry, it's about creating emotional highs and lows that keep you unforgettable. Have you ever found yourself more attracted to someone when they became slightly distant? Drop a comment below. Step 3. The scarcity effect. Be a limited edition. Why do people go crazy over limited edition sneakers, luxury handbags, or exclusive VIP memberships? It's not just about quality, it's about exclusivity. The harder something is to get, the more valuable it becomes. This is the scarcity effect in action, and if you apply this principle to yourself, people won't just like you, they'll obsess over you. Our minds are wired to crave what we can't easily have. Think about it. Why do people chase after the one who plays hard to get? Why does an item sell out the moment it's labeled limited stock? It's because scarcity triggers fear of missing out, FOMO, making people desperate to secure what seems rare and valuable. When someone feels like your time, energy, and presence aren't handed out to just anyone, they'll instinctively work harder to earn your attention. But here's the secret. It's not about playing childish games, it's about positioning yourself as high value. If you're always available, always saying yes, and constantly chasing others, you lower your perceived worth. The people who trigger deep obsession are the ones who maintain an air of exclusivity, making others feel like winning their time is an achievement. Stop being over-available. The biggest mistake people make: being too easy to reach. If you reply instantly, always say yes to plans, or drop everything for someone, you become predictable. And predictability is the enemy of excitement. Instead, be unpredictable. Sometimes respond quickly, other times take your time. Sometimes say yes, other times be too busy. Let them feel that your time is valuable and not something they can take for granted. Build a life that doesn't revolve around them. People respect and desire those who have their own world, their own passions, and their own goals. When you're deeply invested in your own growth, career, hobbies, and friendships, you automatically become more attractive. Why? Because people sense that you are already fulfilled, and they'll want to be part of your world. You're not chasing them, you're choosing who gets access to you. Create emotional withdrawals. Give people a taste of your attention, your charm, your energy, then pull back slightly. This isn't about being manipulative. It's about maintaining an air of mystery. If you're always giving, people stop valuing what you offer. Instead, make sure there's a balance. Sometimes be deeply engaged, and other times let them feel your absence. It's in the moments when they miss you that their attachment to you deepens. Leave conversations while the energy is still high. Instead of waiting for the interaction to fizzle out, exit on a high note. Say something intriguing before you leave, like, "I'd love to tell you more about that, but let's save it for next time. Trust me, you'll want to hear this." This leaves them curious, craving more, and thinking about you long after you're gone. As Steve Jobs once said, innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. Be the prize. Be the person whose time, energy, and attention are not given away freely. When you operate like a limited edition, rare, high value, and selective, people will not just want you, they'll be obsessed with keeping you. Step 4. Subconscious mirroring. The hidden trick of attraction. Have you ever found yourself drawn to someone without really knowing why? You may have felt instant chemistry, or that you shared a special bond, almost as if you were on the same wavelength. That's the power of subconscious mirroring, a psychological hack that can make people feel attracted and connected to you in an almost magical way. This technique involves subtly matching the other person's body language, gestures, and speech patterns without them even realizing it. When done correctly, it creates a deep emotional resonance, making them feel as though you're more aligned and in sync with them than anyone else. Yeah, why it works. Subconscious mirroring is based on a fundamental principle of human interaction. We're attracted to those who feel familiar. When you mirror someone's physical behavior, their tone of voice, or even the rhythm of their speech, your brain registers it as a sign of similarity. It creates a sense of being on the same emotional level. This is incredibly powerful in attraction because when someone feels understood, without the need for words, they are more likely to become emotionally attached. Essentially, you're creating an emotional safe space for them, making them feel comfortable and valued. This unspoken connection works by making them feel seen and recognized, while also boosting feelings of trust and rapport. As human beings, we crave relationships where we don't have to explain ourselves constantly, and mirroring does exactly that. You're showing that you understand them on a much deeper level than the superficial. And let's face it, people love being around those who make them feel like they are truly understood. How to use subconscious mirroring. Match their energy and mood. One of the simplest ways to use mirroring is by matching someone's energy. If they're expressive, engage with the same level of excitement. If they're more calm and relaxed, you'll want to reflect that same energy. This doesn't mean you need to act exactly like them, but aligning your energy with theirs allows the emotional connection to flow naturally. When you sync your vibe with theirs, it signals to them that you are in tune with how they feel, and this naturally draws them closer to you. Subtle body language. Mirroring. One of the most subconscious ways to create attraction is by matching body language. Start by subtly mirroring their gestures. If they lean in when speaking, do the same. If they cross their arms, you can mirror that gesture, but do it gently and without exaggeration. This creates a sense of emotional synchronization. It's important to be natural about it. Avoid copying them too obviously, as it might come across as insincere. Subtlety is key here. The more natural it feels, the stronger the attraction. Synchronize your speech patterns. Speech is another powerful way to mirror someone. Pacing, tone, and even the vocabulary they use can be reflected in your own speech. If they speak quickly and passionately, match their rhythm. If their speech is more deliberate and thoughtful, slow down to match their pace. By mimicking these subtle cues, you make them feel like they resonate with you on a much deeper level. Over time, they will subconsciously begin to associate comfort and familiarity with your presence, making it easier for them to feel emotionally connected to you. Unlocking deep attraction. Through mirroring. Mirroring is a silent language of connection that speaks volumes. It's not about being someone you're not. It's about showing that you're in tune with them on an emotional and psychological level. The more you mirror someone's energy, gestures, and expressions, the more they will feel like you truly get them. And the stronger that emotional connection grows, the more magnetic you'll become in their eyes. As Dr. John Bargh, a leading psychologist, explains, the more alike two people are in their behavior, their mannerisms, and their emotional expression, the more likely they are to feel a deep connection and attraction. Subconscious mirroring allows you to connect with someone in a way that feels effortless, creating a bond that feels natural, not forced. The attraction you build through this technique is genuine because it bypasses the usual barriers and taps into something far more instinctive and powerful. The best part of mirroring? It doesn't require any major effort, just your awareness of the other person's vibe and your willingness to tune in. When you create a feeling of emotional synchronization, you unlock a magnetic force that naturally draws them to you. Have you ever felt drawn to someone because you both just seem to get each other instantly? Share your experiences in comment box. Step 5. Leave a strong emotional imprint. Make them think about you. Non-stop. Ever wondered why certain people just can't seem to get out of your mind, even after a short interaction? It's because they've left a lasting emotional imprint on you. It's not about impressing someone with material things or fancy words. It's about creating an emotional connection so powerful that it lingers in their mind long after you've parted ways. This is the secret to making someone think about you non-stop, and it's not just reserved for romantic relationships. It works in friendships, business, and social settings as well. Humans are inherently emotional beings, and emotions drive our memories. When you create a strong emotional experience with someone, their brain forms a powerful association between you and the intense feelings you stirred in them. Whether it's joy, excitement, admiration, or vulnerability, emotions stick with people far more than words or actions. When you leave someone with a deeply emotional experience, one that they can't quite shake, they will replay the moment spent with you in their mind over and over. These moments act like an emotional anchor that holds them to you, causing them to think about you often, whether they realize it or not. It's not about being extravagant. It's about making the other person feel seen, heard, and valued in every single interaction. Whether it's a genuine compliment, a thoughtful gesture, or simply giving them your undivided attention, make them feel like they matter in that moment. People crave being recognized and appreciated for who they truly are, and when you provide that, you create an emotional imprint that sticks. For example, remembering small details like their favorite song, hobbies, or even their fears shows them that you value their inner world, making them feel uniquely understood. Humans connect with stories. They create emotional bonds that words alone can't. If you share a meaningful personal story or anecdote that triggers laughter, inspiration, or even vulnerability, you'll leave a powerful emotional mark. The emotional highs and lows that come with storytelling cause the other person to feel a deeper connection with you. But the key is not just the story itself. It's how you make them feel while sharing it. When someone feels moved or touched by your story, it's not just the content that sticks with them, it's the emotion attached to it. Sometimes, leaving an imprint doesn't require telling the whole story. Intrigue and mystery are also powerful emotional triggers. When you leave some questions unanswered, don't reveal everything about yourself or pull back a little in your communication. It makes them wonder about you. Curiosity breeds obsession. People are drawn to the unknown and the unpredictable, and when you keep them on their toes, it will cause them to constantly think about you and the mysteries you hold. That little spark of curiosity is an imprint that can last long after the encounter. One of the most impactful ways to leave a lasting emotional imprint is to be emotionally present with someone. When you listen intently, Give eye contact and respond with genuine care. You make them feel like they're the only person in the room. This presence creates a deep emotional connection that's rare in today's distracted world. The more you can make them feel heard and understood, the more likely they are to remember you. These feelings of emotional safety and connection will make them crave your presence again and again. Creating a strong emotional imprint isn't just about having a good time together. It's about making someone feel something deep that they can't easily forget. Whether it's a burst of joy, an intense emotional revelation, or simply a feeling of being truly seen, these experiences stick with people and have a powerful psychological impact. When you make someone feel like they're not just another person in your life, but someone who has left a mark on your heart, they will think about you long after you've parted ways. As Tony Robbins once said, "The quality of your life is the quality of your relationships." This is the secret. Emotions are the glue that holds relationships together, and leaving a lasting emotional imprint is the ultimate way to make someone obsessed with your presence, even when you're not there. The key to leaving a strong emotional imprint is to focus on making others feel deeply in your presence, whether it's through your words, your attention, or your energy. The more you can make someone feel something unforgettable, the more they'll think about you, even when you're not around. You've just unlocked the ultimate power to make anyone obsess over you. And it's not by doing more, it's about being more authentic, magnetic, and emotionally unforgettable. The strategies we've covered today are the keys to creating connections that go beyond surface-level interactions. When you master the art of leaving a lasting emotional imprint, you'll notice people thinking about you long after you've gone, chasing that feeling of being truly seen and valued. But here's the kicker. You have the ability to rewrite how people experience you. When you embody emotional depth, mystery, and genuine presence, you'll naturally draw others in and make them crave your energy. This isn't manipulation. It's about using psychological principles that elevate how you connect and create irresistible attraction. I'm curious. What's the most powerful emotional experience you've had with someone that made them unforgettable in your life? Drop your thoughts and stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. If you found today's tips helpful, smash that like button. Share this video with anyone who needs a game-changing connection boost, and subscribe so you never miss out on more secrets to become irresistibly unforgettable. The power is in your hands. Now it's time to make it work for you.